Good morning, everyone. Caitlin here from Enso Theater Ensemble, and for today's daily mindfulness, I'm already losing my words. I thought we might do something a little bit different, and I thought I would share with you what my mindfulness corner looks like, and I thought I would share how to create your own mindfulness corner in your own abode, wherever you happen to live. So basically my thinking was, wherever you are, there should be some space in your living area that is just for you, that is special in some way, that is a reminder to check in, that is a reminder to stay grounded, so I wanted to create it as small as possible, and mine is itty bitty. It literally takes up the size of this small table that I'll show you in a second. So basically I'll show you mine and sort of why I've picked the things that I've picked and why they're significant for me. And then there's a couple of items on here that are a little bit more mindfulness meditation specific, and I'll show you how to swap those out for stuff that you just have lying around your house. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first. Tea! We are awake now. Okay, so I am going to grab you. There we are. Hello. And I'm going to show you my mindfulness corner. So this is my little table, and that's it. Basically, my mindfulness corner takes up this table and the cushion that I'll share with you in a minute. And I have items on here that I've picked that bring me joy and are tools that I use to stay grounded and to stay present throughout the day, and they all sort of serve different purposes. So we'll just start like right in the center. So this is, I showed this in one of my previous videos, this big guy under here. This is a Sumier board, and its purpose for me is for practicing my Enso meditation. So I'll show you that really quickly. All you need is a paintbrush and some water. And I have a little thing of water up here. I'm not going to try to paint an Enso with my left hand. Nope. You just go just like that. And it's very soothing, and it's a really simple practice, and then that will start to disappear over time, which is lovely. But I am assuming that most of you don't have this bad boy. I just got it because I was starting a theater company called Enso Theater Ensemble, and it seemed to make sense. But I will show you how to replace this with just paper and paint if you like the idea of having this in your mindfulness corner. The thing that I have on top is my journal. So this is just my daily journal, and it's special to me. I've picked it out particularly. My cousin actually created this journal from scratch. So shout out to Olivia Barber, who actually handmade all of this paper herself and then bound it herself. So it just makes me think of her, and she's absolutely amazing. And then this pen was actually built by my husband. It's made out of bamboo. It's actually made out of one of the bamboo planks that we use to do this floor. So it's just nice to have two items that really speak to me and are lovely. And obviously the journal I use for mindful journaling, writing. So if I come here and I'm like, I just need to write it out, that's why that's there. And then you all recognize this guy. This is the candle we've been using for the last several sessions. Not currently lit, but yeah, the fire is there as a kind of beginning and ending modifier to my sessions. I have a second candle here just in case. I also have this bit of, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on what the essential oil. There we go. I have a little bit of essential oil, and that I just dip into. This is a little ditty that my friend Lindsay gave to me. So shout out to Lindsay. Hi, thank you. This is basically a sand dollar, or is trying to be a sand dollar, and you put a little bit of incense there, and then it just creates a really lovely smell. So that's something I have here. I also have this little ditty. This is a tiny Enso on a piece of glass that Karen gave to me. Shout out to Karen. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean for this to become just a ton of shout outs, but yeah, this is really special because what I do with this is something I can easily slip into my pocket. So this just goes into my pocket, and then all day when I want to touch something physical to ground me, remind me to stay present, this is there for me. This is a little thing of like hard perfume. So this is if I would like some sort of scent that is grounding and feels really nice and good for the earth. That's why that's there. And then other stuff you probably recognize here. This is incense. I have my plants for greenery and joy because I think they're beautiful and spiky and weird and wonderful. And then this is a meditation bell that I got from Peace in Schools, which is where I did a lot of my mindfulness training. And it's quite beautiful. You take this part from the top, and then I can't do this without my other hand, but essentially you hold it like this, and then you use your striker to create a really beautiful sound. And that this is also, the sound is something that I use to start and end my mindfulness sessions. So this is and then obviously the Enso, because I run a theater company called Enso Theater Ensemble. So this is my mindfulness corner. Really simple. And basically the way that I like to think about, like if you're going to create your own, is whatever's in the center is something active. So something active mindfulness, like I'm going to write. I'm going to paint an Enso. So whatever you place in the center is something for you to do that you can interact with on a daily basis. And then I have an element of sound. And I encourage, if you don't have a bell, right, you could create a sound from a set of wind chimes I've seen. You could create a sound on your phone. That would be completely fine. It could be that you have another guided meditation on your phone, or you're listening to me doing the guided meditation. So some sort of element of sound. And then something living. So that's what these are, right? And these are a beautiful reminder of things that grow and shift and change, and that everything grows and shifts and changes. And then something fire related, right? So a candle or incense. And incense would also fall under the category of smell, right? So you're trying to touch on all of the senses here. So sound, smell, heat in some ways. This obviously would be a sense of touch because you rub this onto your palms. These would too. So when you think about building your mindfulness corner, think about trying to touch every sense, because the idea is like this mindfulness corner is prepared for anything. So if you come here one day and you're like, I can't focus on my breath today, I really need something tangible to hold on to, or I really need to smell something, it's there. It's ready for you, right? So it's like your emergency mindfulness kit. That's how I like to think about it. Okay, so obviously some of these things you may not have, so let's get rid of them. So this bell, unless you trained with Peace in Schools, you probably don't have it. Although you may have a different kind of meditation bell, which is fine, but you may not. Incense, you may or may not have. So let's get rid of that. The Sumier board, you almost definitely don't have. So let's get rid of this guy. Ooh, there we go. And let's see, these are little doodads. You may not have those, so I'll get rid of that guy. Okay, so now we're left with some more common items that you may have around the house. And I'm going to show you how to set up a center to create the Ensos if you still liked the idea of the Sumier board. And then I've got one more element that you can bring in that you might enjoy having as part of your little mindfulness corner. So I happen to have a piece of paper here. So this paper now becomes the center of my active mindfulness practice. I've got some paint that I'm going to include, and I have a little dish for it. And I have some tape that I'll use in just a hot second. So the tape is to hold down the paper. I'm attempting to do this one-handed. So the tape just goes here, like that. And then one on the other side. Just like that. And the reason that I want to tape the paper down is because I don't want it to move or shake when I come to paint or when I come to work on my Enso. And then obviously included in this is the water, but the water is now used to rinse off your paintbrush when you're done. So if we were going to finalize this meditation corner, I might put my journal here, like that, with my pen on top. And now hopefully this looks a little more like things that you could find in your own house, right? You probably have a candle somewhere. You may or may not have essential oil, but the candle still fulfills that element of smell if it is a scented candle. The other element that I've included is lotion. And this is not a particularly graceful bottle of lotion, but I love this lotion. And lotion can also be a really lovely, sensitive, that's not what I mean, sensitive, sensory, there we go, a sensory mindfulness tool to anchor you down. So that is also something that might provide your sense of touch to ground in. And yeah, so there you have it. So this could be a mindfulness corner that you could build for yourself. And then the last part of any mindfulness corner is a place to sit, right? A place to actually practice. So I'm going to stand up for a second and just peel back a little bit so that you can see. So these are my meditation cushions, but many of you probably don't have a meditation cushion. So you probably recognize that bad boy. That's a pillow. And all you do to make this into a meditation cushion is you fold it in half like this. And then I can sit on the pillow just like this. And I'll show you. So I have the pillow just under me, but letting my legs sort of drape off the side of it, if you can see. So I'm not scooted so far back that I'm falling backwards. I'm scooted a little bit forward so I can sit nice and straight. And then here I am, right next to my mindfulness table, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to practice. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you do create a mindfulness corner in your own house, please let me know, and please send me pictures. Oh my gosh, how beautiful that would be if you would share your ideas and things you add to your mindfulness corner, things that have meaning for you. It might inspire other people to create sacred spaces in their house, because right now, if you're stuck in your house, we need an escape somewhere. And I think creating or designating one part of your house to be like, hey, this corner's mine. Don't touch it. This is my one space where I can like just check in and like check out from the world, and you can start to create a vocabulary with the people that you're living with, where you know that if you see me going to your mindfulness corner, that I'm allowed to have space. I'm allowed to just process and be exactly where I'm at. And in that way, hopefully we take care of each other and get better at communicating with each other during this really difficult, strange, bizarre, stressful time. So thank you so much for watching. Again, please comment below. Tell me about sacred spaces in your house, or take pictures of if you have altars or whatever you use to ground in and create something special for you and your space. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.